One of the most recognizable voices in entertainment, with a career spanning over 6 decades over the course of 2 centuries, the distinguished and versatile king of gravel and gravitas is none other than Mr. James Earl Jones. James Earl Jones was born on January 17, 1931 in Arcaboutla, Mississippi. Early in his life, he was forced to move with his grandparents to Michigan. This was so impactful for James that he was plagued with a stutter and sadly refused to speak. He would become a logophile and actor. These would help James overcome his stutter. Despite being one of the most famous voices in entertainment, he did go to college for pre-med, and he served in the United States Army during the Korean War. He was expecting to ship out very soon after he received his commission as a second lieutenant. After his time in the military, he studied at the American Theatre Wing, where he worked as a janitor to support himself. We may all recognize him from arguably his most iconic role as the voice of Darth Vader in the Star Wars franchise. He initially wasn't credited for his work in Star Wars. He felt that he was a special effect because he was not visible on screen. It was only by the 3rd film, Return of the Jedi, that his name was in the credits. He has reprised this role in several Star Wars spin-offs and renditions. He formally announced his retirement from the role, but gave George Lucas permission in a formal contract to use his pre-recorded voice in future Star Wars projects utilizing AI. For many 90s kids, and even early 2000s kids, our first introduction to James Earl Jones was his role as Mufasa in The Lion King. Much like Star Wars, James reprised his role for the remake as well as other Lion King projects. Before he became a successful voice actor, James got his start on Broadway in 1957. He performed in several Shakespearean plays, including Othello, Hamlet, Coriolanus, and King Lear. He would become one of the greatest Shakespearean actors of all time. In 1985, he was inducted into the American Theatre Hall of Fame. He was also the 1987 first recipient of the National Association for Hearing and Speech Action's Annie Glenn Award. In 2017, he received an honorary Doctor of Arts from Harvard University. In 2019, he was honored as a Disney legend. In March 2022, Broadway's Court Theatre was renamed the James Earl Jones Theatre. James is also an EGOT. This is a recipient of an Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony. While he is not technically the recipient of a competitive Oscar, he received an honorary Academy Award. This man is a huge inspiration to so many people. He has overcome a great deal in his lifetime and has given so many others the hope that they too can overcome their weaknesses, disabilities, fears, and social constructs. Despite having a traumatic event in his life engulf him in so much fear and shame that he refused to speak, he allowed a teacher to grow him into the eloquent actor and person he is today. James has metaphorically become that teacher for future actors and speakers, myself included. So today, we wish you a very happy birthday, James Earl Jones.